is Kermit Green, Center for Puppetry Arts. What's up YouTube, Logan here from J5 Studios. Today we are at the Center of Puppetry Arts. They got a lot of cool Christmas stuff in here I get to check out. I went here a few years ago, got to see some of the Jim Henson puppets. Gonna be showing those again today, but also gonna be showing some of the exclusive Christmas time only puppets. So let's go in here, let's look at some puppets. Walking into old Yukon Cornelius here.
Go ahead and see all of the museum at a time. Both sides. We've got our special exhibit here, our main gallery on this side. Just keep an eye on the time. You're more than welcome to do a video, talk to people. Okay.
Cool, thank you. All right, so as he said there, here's their little special exhibit here. Festive features. So let's go in here and check this thing out. Check this out. All right. So they got some cool exclusive things in here. Two things I'm very excited for. One being right there. One being right there. Let's get some close-up shots. Okay, here we are. We have the Emmet Otter puppets here. How freaking cool is this? Alice Otter. Freaking Emmet Otter right there. Charlie Muskrat. Harley Beaver. Wow, these are crazy cool. Look at that. Never thought I'd see these guys in person. One of my favorite Christmas movies right here. Look at that. Let's get up real close and personal here with old Emmet Otter and his mom. So freaking cool. Here's Ed Sullivan Celebration. This is interesting. So it looks like this was on the Ed Sullivan show. And these were also puppets performed by Jim Henson. Frank Oz maybe as well. You can definitely tell they're Jim Henson puppets here. Just a couple reindeers. Pretty cool. Man, these things have got to be pretty old, right? First premiered in no way. Okay, Ed Sullivan Show appeared in 1948. Looks like Jim Henson's Muppets made 25 appearances on the show between 1966 and 1971, including a 1968 Christmas episode itself by Jim Henson as a household name puppet. So these predate the Muppets, I believe. Yeah, they definitely do. I was going to get you more skill. Emmet Otter's Drug Band, Muppet Christmas Carol, Muppet Family Christmas, lots of things. So, yeah, it looks like these puppets are from 1965. Yep, 1965. And you can see you had Henson, Joel, and Frank Oz performing these puppets. So, that's what these are, right here. And you can actually see them being performed right here on the show. That's pretty neat. Pretty cool. Now for the main event. Got some information here on the wall about these guys right here. These legendary stop motion Santa Claus and Rudolph right here. There's a big story about it. I think it was found in some lady's attic. Put on eBay. Somebody bought it, something like that. There they are. You can see the wiring there for Rudolph's nose. It's pretty cool. So that's how they would lit it up and stuff. Yeah, obviously they've been restored. They're in way better shape than they were, like in that picture there. There's some information about it if you guys want to stop and read it. Antiques Roadshow, that's what it was on an episode of Antiques Roadshow in 2005. I said eBay, but similar thing.
Barbara Adams. Looks like she had them. Crazy, man. It's crazy these things are still around.
Last but not least, we got some guys here. Looks like this was famous Klim players, actors. I don't know a lot about these, but they look extremely old. It looks like they were designed and created by Robert Rogers. As you can see there, some information on them. Pretty cool. It's neat they put these exhibits on. You get to see some new unique things in here. I think last time I was in here there was some crazy like DJ puppet thing that you could interact with and play with. Alright, pretty cool. Like I said, there's a few different things in here you can check out. This special exhibit. We're going to head into the main exhibit now and see what we can see. Probably come back later and see Emmet one last time, I'll be honest. Ignore the screaming baby. Here is a little thing you can get your picture taken in if you want. That's pretty cool. We're going to head into the Worlds of Puppetry galleries now, which is a phenomenal exhibit. Just get ready. This is one of my favorite museums, I'll be honest. Let's go look at some stuff. This is definitely a lot more busy than last time I was here. I'm going to try my best to show you guys some stuff. It is very busy in here. Here's Rudolph the dog. With his sheet of music there. They do a good job here showing you a lot of history stuff, like Rudolph the dog tells you, Jim Henson performing it. We're talking about Jerry Jewell, Frank Oz, Don Shallon down here. So, good old Frank Oz, man. Look at that boy. Looks like this is a little bit of Salmon Friends here, which was Henson's first little introduction into puppetry. Salmon Friends. Small little show he had. It got super popular, and kind of the rest is history. But you can see an early version of Kermit right there playing on the TV. That's when he didn't know if he was going to be a frog or a lizard. Here is very old puppet, Omar. Super old puppet. And here we have a recreation of Jim Henson's office. As you can see here, I love this little statue. You can see some of the stuff on the desk as well. You can see this picture here of Jim in his office. I have that phone, not the exact phone, but I have that phone. Like I have a version of that phone, but not that exact phone. I mean, it might be that exact phone. It's probably not. The Henson Workshop exhibit here, they kind of show how puppets are made, such things like that. This is pretty cool to look at. Look at this. Here's Old Lady Possum from Emmet Otter's Jug Band. I don't even remember seeing this last time. This might be a newly added thing. Sorry for the glare. Yeah. Old Lady Possum. I definitely do not remember that from last time. I know they changed puppets in and out of here. They kind of do it to keep it fresh. Sorry, the glare is ridiculous. Here we have the dog from the Storyteller. It's kind of cool to see all the mechanics here. You can see this is actually used like with your fingers and stuff. Would turn that.
Yeah, so this would have been like the different chords here. They go down here. They go into this controller here, and then this is where they would do various things and make the dog move and react certain ways that they want it to. There he is.
Here we have another Emmet Otter puppet here. This is Mom Muskrat, as you can see. It's just so glary in this little case, it's hard to see her. Alright, here we have Sesame Street. Of course, you got Bert. And you got Ernie here, not to be confused with the Ern dog. Different Ernie. These were definitely here last time. They probably will never move these because, like, I mean, it's freaking Bert and Ernie. Why would you move these guys?
Of course, you can't have Sesame Street without Big Bird. Carol Spenny, I did get to meet him before he passed away, which is kind of cool to be able to say that. He was actually the performer for Big Bird. There's a little bit of history about him. You can see the sketch here drawn. It's got to be Jim Henson that drew that sketch. It looks like he would have drew that. Here he is.
Big Bird. There he is. Big Bird himself. Look at the feet on that guy. That's crazy. If you ever watch Sesame Street, you realize that Big Bird does not move one of his arms, and that's just because, how could he? There's a hand controlling the mouth, and one arm can move, but the other one can't. I think now they both move. They figured it out. And of course, you got Cookie Monster here. These are old, man. Like, this one says 1969, but you can just tell, like, they're starting to get some age on them. And when you pull them all out like this, you got this nice little display here. It says 1969. There's a little exhibit here you can put on a puppet show if you choose to. Last time I was here, you couldn't do this, but apparently now you can. And I love this picture over here of Jim performing Kermit. And then here's like a little device they would have used to perform puppets. It's also pretty cool. I was going to put on a puppet show for you guys, but for some freaking reason, it's super blurry. So, like, they got puppets right here. And you can go like this. You can see there's the puppet. But it's so freaking blurry, it doesn't work. Alright, so you leave Sesame Street and you head into this area of the exhibit, which is mostly Muppet like stuff, Muppet Show. You got some posters up there for Muppet Christmas Carol, Muppet Treasure Island, which I freaking love. And if you go right here, there you go. It's so hard to see him because it's blurry. But there's Kermit. There's Kermit. He's in a director's chair. The man of the hour, Kermit the Frog. Let's see if I can get a better shot for you guys. It's kind of, like I said, it's so blurry. It's hard to get, not blurry, but glary. It's hard to get these. If you go around here, you'll see Kermit. And let's go over here because I missed these because I got so distracted by Kermit himself. You got Scooter. You got Mahamana, which is a song everybody's heard at this point. Let's get another shot of Scooter here. Look at Scooter. Scooter, I believe, was performed by, I thought it was Richard Hunt, but maybe I'm wrong. That says Dave Goelz, who was Gonzo. We got some of the 7 Deadly Sins puppets here from the Muppet Show Sex and Violence, which was a weird pilot that Jim Henson tried to do to get the Muppets going. This predates the show. A lot of foam puppetry work here. Like, most of these are just made out of, like, foamy fabric. That thing's weird. Pigs in Space right here. Check this out. Got Captain Link Hogthrob. Dr. Julius Strangepork. You can see some of the close-ups here. This was a great series. They actually, on the show, had Mark Hamill as a guest star once, and he was in an episode for it as Luke Skywalker. They only have one Miss Piggy puppet in here, and it's actually the one from Frick, Muppet Treasure Island, and Mad Monty here. I love Muppet Treasure Island. I watched it so much as a freaking kid. It's a fantastic freaking movie. Yeah, Miss Piggy, right here. Muppet Treasure Island, Miss Piggy. Last but not least in this room, we got Gonzo with his penguin and his chicken, specified as chicken number 5. The great Gonzo, of course, very, very, he's actually a lot smaller of a puppet than I thought he was. And Dave Goelz performing him. He's always performed him. Looks like this was featured in the Great Muppet Caper, the costume was. There's Gonzo. There he is. And And I do remember this little section here of different Emmet Otter stuff. They actually have the rowboat from Emmet Otter, which always blew my mind when I was a kid. It still kind of blows my mind today. Like, how the frick did they do this? Here's the rowboat. Here's the controller. And it's, I mean, it's very small rowboat. But I always look at this scene right here, and I'm always like, how the frick did they do that? Here's another picture of it. I don't know. Always just kind of blows my mind that was, man, this is from like the 70s, and they were able to do that. If you look up here, you got Mayor Fox, Gretchen Fox. You can see them there. A little bit of glare there on Gretchen. There's a better view of her. Yeah, Emmet Otter, Jug Band Christmas. Probably one of my favorite Christmas freaking movies. Way up there as far as like, wow, look at this. I love watching old crap like this. I've been watching a lot of the like behind the scenes of Muppet Vision 3D, and it's always intriguing to look at and watch. Starting to head into some of the other Jim Henson created properties. This is Fraggle Rock here. I don't know a lot about Fraggle Rock. It's kind of my what do you call it? White elephant, pink elephant. I don't know what the frick the term is. It's a thing I haven't watched very much, so I don't know a ton about the Fraggle Rock franchise. I definitely should give it a shot. I should be watching it. It's kind of the last thing really I can think that Jim Henson's made that I don't know a lot about. So I guess I'll be giving it a shot here soon. A lot of Fraggle Rock stuff in here. So if you're a Fraggle Rock fan, you're probably freaking the frick out right now. And of course, the Dark Crystal. Freaking love the Dark Crystal, man. And this giant suit here. Look how cool that is. Again, hard to see because of the glare, but like, there was a performer in here wearing that. So cool. That leads us into a little bit of Labyrinth real quick. There's more Dark Crystal stuff, stand by. Labyrinth stuff here. This really cool puppet work. Labyrinth's one of those movies that, like, I think it did really poorly at the box office, but like, it's got quite the cult following here. Look at these puppets, man. Wow. Talking doorknob from the freaking Dark Crystal. And of course, here is some Hoggle. There's a Hoggle head cast. The actual like Hoggle puppets, like at some weird like lost luggage museum. Cannonball there. You got the worm here. Yeah. Labyrinth is really phenomenal. And back over here, this is some more of the Dark Crystal stuff. Look at the Sketsy head, dude. Gosh dang. And here's some of the controls for it as well. Crystal bat there. Oh my gosh, dude, look at this. These are huge, by the way. These are ginormous, these puppets. Like, I don't know, I can't tell you specifically how big this is. It's probably 4 feet tall. Look at that. That is freaking wild, dude. And this looks like there's a little Dark Crystal model here you can see. Yeah, man. It's so cool. Chamber model. Kira costume here. It's one of the costumes from the Dark Crystal. Here's a little bit of Yoda connection. They don't have any of the Star Wars stuff here that Jim Henson worked on creating, which I don't know if there was a lot. I don't know how involved Jim Henson was in the creation of Yoda. Obviously, Frank Oz created him, but, you know.
Which we whales, books with reptiles, snakes, fish. And the sketches came from all of those sources.
We would take these character sketches to our sculptors, our designers, and then we'd start building this thing in 3 dimensions. and then work with it.
Some of the lesser known puppets here from a show called Dog City, I guess. You can see some of these bad boys here. Yep. And of course the Jim Henson Hour, which was one of his last things he worked on before he passed away. Unfortunately, it didn't get perceived very well. He was trying to go for like a Walt Disney Magical World thing where he was going to talk about stuff coming up and creations. It didn't work. It didn't pan out. Also, Jim was on a lot of stress at that time.
Hi there, and welcome to our show. Good evening, and welcome to the show. This program will give you a chance to see a lot of different things. It represents the very best of the work we've been doing lately. Now, our show is usually divided into 2 half hours. In the first part of our show, I'm sure Kermit has a fast and
that's
funny
it.
half-hour plan. Kermit presides over a place called Muppet Central, a huge control room into which feeds every video source you can imagine.
Pretty cool. And we got some of these guys too. These were in like a commercial here. Crystal Puppet Works. I feel like this was fairly new. Yeah, 2016 according to the sign here. That they used these back in 2016. As we leave the Jim Henson area of this exhibit, they talk a little bit about his legacy here. Did they say anything about Muppet Vision 3D in this? They should. They should say something about Muppet Vision 3D. Legacy established in 1992. So he passed away in 1991. Talks about Muppet Studios, part of the Walt Disney Company. That happened after his death, actually. You can see right there, passed away in 1990. Muppet Vision actually came out in 1992. And for some reason, Disney decides it needs to be closed to make room for, I don't know, a roller coaster. I'll shut up now. One of my favorite Jim Henson quotes right there. And of course, stained glass Kermit. Out of the non-Jim Henson area here. You can see this is actually the cat from Sabrina the Teenage Witch right there. You can see Salem. The cat's name was Salem. There's all the controls. Good old Salem. That's pretty dope. They don't have a lot of these little Gumby Show guys, but right here, here's a Gumby Show Pokey, 1962.
This is kind of an interesting puppet I didn't think would be here.
Chucky. Yep. Chucky himself. We got Tom Servo and Crow T. Robot here from Mystery Science Theater 3000. A show that I think my dad's about seen every episode of at this point. What a show. Very, very funny. Just got done in the gift shop. They actually have pins now. They used to not have pins, so definitely picked up a pin. Pretty dope. I don't know how much I'll be able to film here, but I did want to at least show you guys the theater. Here it is. Getting ready to watch it. Oh, okay. Alright, just got done with the show. Super cool. Now heading out. So I'm gonna close out this video real quick. That show is amazing. Like, that's so cool. They didn't let me film any of it, unfortunately, but I highly recommend it. They got a lot of stuff coming out this year in 2025. They got like a Sesame Street. They got a Cat in the Hat show. They got a lot of stuff they're coming out with for the 2025 season, but that was phenomenal. You even got a little sneak peek at the end to see like how they do stuff and behind the scenes puppetry stuff, which I thought was really cool. You could see like the full body puppets and the rod puppets and how they do all the things. So that's it. That's gonna do it for this video. Center Puppetry, one of my favorite places to go visit, one of my favorite museums ever. Like, subscribe, all that bull crap. Till next time.